Welcome back to Stringman Guitars. We're here in the underground lair with a Carvin DC maybe 127, I'm gonna guess. It's got the flame maple headstock, little chunk taken out of it here and here, but it's an older model before Kiesel took over. It has a little bit of fret munch and fret flattening going on here, but all in all, in pretty good shape. It's got a flame maple top, beautiful. It's got the Wilkinison trem system, two C22 pickups and an AP11 pickup, and two phase switches, 5-way, volume, tone, all the good stuff. It's passive electronics, and as you see, there's the neck through the body. It's not a very good representation of the color, at least in my viewfinder. Got dispersal locking tuners, and we're in here because there's a string stuck in the G spot. And he says that the piece of string, I could feel it, it won't come out. So I think what it is the locking tuner isn't letting it come out, but we'll take a look at that. But here for a string change and set up the Wilkinison Tremolo system. As you can see, with the one string having no tension on it, it's not floating level as it should. So we're going to do a full setup, string height, all that stuff. But let's get the strings off of it, put some of Uncle Stu's guitar grease on all the touchy-feely points. We'll get it out of here. Alright, so we got the back off, and the first thing I'm noticing is somebody did something that they should not have done. If you look right here, let's see, somebody used drywood or drywall screws to anchor the claw in place. I mean, if it holds fine, I guess that's fine, but it looks like somebody stripped that out originally. And but we shall soldier on. Alright, so we got the strings off, we got the bridge out, and we're going to take some grease here. Now, it appears that somebody went and tried to raise the action on this thing, and in doing so, they gouged up the little razor edges of the, I don't know if you can see that or not. I hope you can. You see in here, you can see the brass showing through the finish. There you go. Anyhow, you're supposed to take your tension off of these two studs before you go ahead and tighten it, because that's what happens. And to keep it functioning properly, you want to go ahead and grease that edge there so that that knife edge stays lubricated and doesn't eat into the guitar. The other thing we'll do is take some of this stuff here and jam it into the nut slots, even though it's a Graphtec. There's something could be said for no such thing as too much lubrication. And all that gunk we could just wipe off whenever we're finished setting up the guitar. Let me just put a little bit more on here, since that is a contact point. And here. Yeah, you never ever want to adjust your string height whenever there's tension on these two points. Sorry, I wasn't in frame. Now this is a great guitar. I got a chance to check out Buddy's band, and they were playing everything from blues to rock to pop stuff with it, and it handled everything flawlessly. I mean, you got the ability to actually, I'm realizing now that these are most likely coil splits here, so that you can go humbucker, single, 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 humbucker. I just love the way Carvin did their stuff. Here's our fret eraser, and there is quite a bit of fret munch here, so he will have to get a level and crown. But for now it's just in here for a string change and a setup. So we shall do what the customer wants us to do. Yeah, it's going to be sooner than later, because he's pretty much flattened it out here, and everywhere from the 9th to the 1st he's got all these dented in and flattened out up here where the bends happen. But it's not bad enough to mess with right now. Alright, so now we do the clean the fingerboard stuff. I use simple green. Takes all the junk off. You don't put it on and let it marinate. You just put it on, wipe it off, get the junk out of there, and you apply yourself some fretboard conditioner, linseed oil. You didn't specify, so this time, let's say after we do our level and fret, if he comes back for that, then we'll use linseed oil on the fingerboard. But right now we're just going to use this F1 stuff. All my guitars I use, with the exception of my bass because I've got a maple fingerboard, I'll use linseed oil on them once a year, because it kind of seals as well as conditions. It's not something you got to do every time you change strings. So there, we're already starting to look better. Strings of the day are Ernie Ball 1046. I'm going to go ahead and string it up. Okay, well, we are strung up. We are in tune. And whenever you set up a one of these beasts, you want the bridge plate level with the body. And unfortunately, those skyscraper guitar things, one was too thin, one was too thick, so we had to resort to the stack of paper method. For relief, Carvin wants between 10 and 11 thousandths at the 7th fret, holding down. You can hold down at the end. I go by where the body joint is, even though this guitar really doesn't have a body joint because it's a neck through. But that's what you're wanting. So I get my 10 thousandths. Check it at the 357, and we have too much back mode. Yeah, we have a lot of back mode. Okay, we're back in the underground lair. It's the next day, and everything should have settled in. So, couple things to take a look at first. Where has everything gone? Last night I let this, because we did such a radical change to the truss rod, we did, I wanted to let it sit to see where, once the wood stopped moving, where it would end up. At some point in time, Carvin started using carbon rods on either side of the truss rod to help it stay stable. I don't know if this is one of those models. It appears, but I still need to loosen that truss rod, because it's actually tightened up. Let's see here. Yeah, we had a little bit of a some relief on it earlier, and now not so much. So let's go ahead and adjust the truss rod one more time. As luck would have it, we have a Carvin truss rod wrench. Okay, there's a quarter turn loose. And back up to pitch. So bridge is still level. Let's see if we got the neck to move at all. Once again, I'm putting the capo on the 1st fret and holding down at the body joint and looking at the 7th fret. Wow, that's still tight. Let's see what it's like at the end. I think another quarter turn and I think we're going to be golden. Let's see where we are now. Oh, I'm liking that. Actually, probably went a little too far. I'm going to go back just a bit. The reason I'm balancing this on this block of paper is because there's another block of paper holding the block from the trem in place. Alright. That should make us happy. Nope. Not too far. This in tune. We set the string height while we let that neck settle. Alright, now that we made some truss rod adjustments, and we have it or the neck where we want it, now we're going to go ahead and check our string height and make sure it follows the contour of the body. Okay, that can come down just a little bit. And since there's two screws, you want to make sure that each saddle is level with where it is. So it needs to come down a little bit. Well, actually, I'm not gonna film this part. You guys get the idea. You want each saddle to be level, and you want it to match your radius of your fretboard by using a height gauge. You could use one of the radius gauges, but it's very rough to see that. For playability, I prefer using the tried and true actual distance off the last fret to give me my height that I'm looking for. So with that, I'm going to just finish these saddles, then we'll check our intonation. Alright, so we have our string height, we have our intonation set, play in the playing position. You always check it. Get it in the picture, hit the harmonic, and then and they should all be, three be the same. If it's sharp, then the saddle needs to come back. If it's flat, the saddle needs to move forward. But that's the last thing you do once you achieve your string height and your relief. It's been a few minutes, so let's go ahead and slip that in there and double check our relief. And I think it's going to be right. Right where I want it. There's no fret buzz. It's playing low, and there's Carvin just makes great stuff. Now, this is a war-torn beastie, and so the last thing we have to do is to get the trim block out. And we do that by tightening the screws, the screw claws, until it comes loose. Two-quarters of a turn. You want to keep it level with the routing of the body. Check that. It's not loose. 1, 2. 1, 2. Still not loose. 1, 2. 1, 2. Not loose. 1, 2. 1, 2. Not loose. 1, 2. 1, 2. I forgot there's sticky stuff on there. Let's back this off a little bit. That's embarrassing. Note to self. Next time you use a stack of sticky notes as your block, use the other side of the paper. Alright. So, I'm going to flip this around here. Get it in there. That is about where I want it, but let's see what it looks like on this side. It's not where I want it. I have to use the sticky side here. Yeah, definitely. One, two. 1, 2. One. 0 in on the issue. Yeah, that's where we want it. Let's see where the tuning ended up. So I'd rather use those wood blocks than this, but didn't have a wood block that fit the right size. Wasn't going to go hobble one. Ah, that's exactly where we want it. Alright, bridge is flat. Now we just have to break in the strings. And the way you do that is with the bar. And we've already broken them in somewhat. The only one that's giving me a fit is the G. Maybe some more Uncle Stu's nut junk. Okay then, we're going to call this nearly a wrap. I have to put the truss rod cover on it and a back plate cover on it. And before I button it up, I'm just going to make sure that all the controls work. I guess we could take this piece of tape out of here. Won't be needing this much anymore. Ta-da! Alright. So I got it plugged into the noisemaker. Let's just take a listen real quick. Don't want to put too much stress on that cable. Everything's slappy happy, so we're going to button it up. I'm going to get rid of all these loose strings over here. And once again, thank you for viewing Stringman Guitars. Please check us out on Facebook, and please subscribe to the channel. Got some interesting things in the mix. There's a Taylor guitar coming, acoustic, and we have a kit that we're working on. Also a Carvin kit. And somebody put way too much linseed oil on. And we're going to fix that, and we're going to finish the body. Be good to yourselves and take care of one another. You guys have a great day.